Just had a man pick me up for a date. He asked me if I was a man in the car. I said yes. This man turns around and takes me back home. Now, this is a very prime example of somewhat fragile masculinity, but also dishonesty. Not on my end, but on the end of the suitor.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
This is filthy work.
This is bullshit.
What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy Ron back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So, I've had a few videos that kind of been blowing up as far as my email and my Instagram. And this right here is one of them, and I'm going to be covering a few other things, trying to keep up with what's going on back in the Matrix. But this I've heard of situations like this before that have gotten really, really ugly. So when people hit me up about this particular video, I was like, yeah, I gotta go ahead and cover this, man, because I'm kind of getting tired of this being a thing where, for some reason, trans people think it's okay to not be forthcoming about that. Depending on uh, how feminine they look, so to speak. Because I know people always make jokes about how you can get fooled in Thailand because they really do look like women. But um, this one in particular here, I don't really know how guys got fooled by her, or him, should I say? Because suppose that gets confusing. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this, man. Foolishness, bro.
Just had a man pick me up for a date. He asked me if I was a man in the car. I said yes. This man turns around and takes me back home. Now, this is a very prime example of somewhat fragile masculinity, but also dishonesty. Not on my end, but on the end of the suitor. I met him last Friday at a club when I was out with my girlfriend. At some point, we duck off, we're talking, we're chatting, we're dancing, we're like really having a good time. We're throwing banter back and forth, we're being flirty, all these things. Mind you, I am flat chested as fuck. I am not a woman. I'm just a very beautiful man. Proceeds to kiss me, da 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 da, XYZ, right? Has been texting me every day since last Friday when I gave him my number. He proceeds to tell me in the car, I don't really know how to ask this, or, I really just don't know how to bring this up, but are you a man? And I looked at him and I was like, yes, I am. I'm just a very feminine man. He pulls over and he's like, I just want to sit over and just like kind of talk about this for a second. I'd never been in this position before, so I'm just like not really sure how to handle it. I had an inkling of a thought, but I didn't want to ask you and you be offended if you were not. However, it's just not something that I'm into particularly. And I think that's part of a bigger conversation as it relates to Black men being interested in just feminine energy, period. He proceeded to apologize and he's like, I'm so sorry. Like, I just like felt like I needed to get this off my chest and at least just ask. But if I'm being honest, I was just like, okay, yeah, like that's fine. Like, no harm, no foul. Like, it's all good. He's like, is it okay if I just, turn around and take you back home? I'm like, absolutely. Yes, please. We sat there in silence as he did a U-turn and literally dropped me back off. But it goes to show that sexuality truly is a spectrum. And while people may not be into whatever parts people have or whatever the case may be, people are just attracted to energy, period, which is okay. That's totally fine. I completely respect that. I'm not one of those gays that are like, I'm going to go get the trade and do this, that, and the third. That's really not my vibe. And if you are, I mean, pop off queen, do your big one. But I guess my biggest problem is if you had an inkling of a thought or you felt any type of way, you should have quite literally just asked and been honest from the very beginning. Here, I spent an hour and a half getting ready for a date not really into it, but like I was like open to, just seeing what happens, what would, transpire out of the whole situation. And yet, here we are. Now, this is a first for me. I've never had this happen to me before. This is something new to me. I'm not humbled in the slightest because I'm a bad bitch. Look at me. Like, hello. And I know this is not in vain. I know that God has a partner for me out in the world, wherever he may be. But that shit was crazy as fuck. And for my theys, my girls, my dolls out there in the world, y'all be safe out there. Truly just be safe. Because for a slight moment in time, I was actually kind of scared for a minute. But yeah, y'all, I don't know. Am I tripping? Y'all let me know what y'all think because I've quite literally never experienced anything like this before. Like, oh my God, I'm like kind of floored. But anyway, on to the next, babes. That's fine. To Mr. Sir, good luck to you. And yeah, I don't know, y'all. It's just so funny. I'm like literally just sitting here in silence, like, oh my God, like I need to like talk to someone about this. But anyway, okay. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I don't know.
I don't know if any of y'all caught that, but I think I keep saying he low key took a shot at the women as far as men wanting feminine energy. Basically, what he's saying is that he's more feminine than some of you women. That's what it sounded like to me. So, yeah, so he kind of did low key take a dig at women, but still, I think you should have been forthcoming before you even went out with this man, so that way you wouldn't even been in that situation in the first place. See, and that's the part that they don't want to acknowledge. This could have all been avoided if you were just forthcoming from jump. And you wouldn't even be sitting on TikTok with a story to tell. But when straight people are over here saying that's what y'all should do, y'all get offended and y'all got a problem with it. But this is the main reason why. Now, what happened if dude would have not been so calm and would have not handled it so well? And my thing is this: you still had the nerve to try to come on here and shit on him as if like, oh, he was being dishonest. How was he being dishonest if he had to ask you whether or not you was a man or not? Think about that. I'm gonna say that again. How is he dishonest if he's the one that has to ask you whether you're a man or not? I can't. No puedo, no puedo.
Okay, first and foremost, I did not expect all of this discourse in my comment section. I didn't. But now that I have y'all here and I'm not as emotional or shaken up, let's clear some things up here, okay? Number one, a lot of people have been like, you should just be grateful that you got home safely. I am very much grateful that I got home safely. I'm very grateful for that, okay? Number two, I get a lot of comments like this. You should have told him ahead of time. Now, with that, here's the thing. While, we could be out at the club, it was dark, whatever, even outside when my friends and I got into our Uber, he pulled me over to the side and was like kissing me and introducing himself to my friends and this, that, and the third. So I just didn't feel the need to be like, oh, by the way, hi, I'm Donnie, I'm a man. No one's gonna do that. Y'all don't go up to people and be like, oh my God, hi, my name is Shaquila and I'm a woman. Like, be fucking for real. Like, be serious, okay?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you
We don't care.
All in all, I'm not saying that he handled the situation badly. My biggest qualm with all of this is that we had been texting for a week. When he mentioned in the car that he had an inkling, he said, I had an inkling probably a few days ago. However, I just didn't know how to bring it up and not be offensive. Which to me, I'm like, well, if you had a thought or an inkling of anything, you quite literally could have just texted me and just asked that. And I think I cleared this up with another young lady in my comment section where I said, had he asked me over text, it would have been less jarring. But to have me in a car with him and then ask me, if I was an actual woman, I would have told him to take me home, period. That's it.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
Now, I have no ill will towards this gentleman. I'm not making this to be like he's wrong and he blah 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 blah. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying, y'all.
Out the cap.
The point is, communication is key. If you are unsure about anything, someone you're seeing, someone you're dating, and you want to ask questions, as difficult as they may be, it's important to have those conversations ahead of time. It saves you embarrassment, and it also saves embarrassment or fear for the other person on the other side. You know what I mean? And to you homophobic fucks out here in the world, let me tell y'all something. The girls who are like, oh my God, now they want the streets to want them too, and blah 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 blah. Pause, babe. A lot of y'all will be surprised that your street counterparts and your men do want us femme gays. They do want the trans girls. They do want the dolls. Like, let's be fucking for real. But I don't know, y'all. I, again, did not expect all this discourse and people just having all these opinions. But I'm just wanted to clear some things up for everybody. That way that we are all aligned, we are all in tune, and yeah, we're all on one accord now, okay? And for the people who are like, I'm so glad that you're safe and it could have been much worse, I agree. Thank y'all so much for the love and the support. Like I said, there was like a split second where I was a little scared because I was like, why are we pulling the car over? However, he was a gentleman. He was kind. He was nice. He brought me back home. And that's the most respectful thing that he could have done. I'm not saying that that was the part that was wrong. That wasn't the part that was wrong. To me, the part in all of this that was wrong was that you had an inkling a few days ago. You could have cleared that up ahead of time. It could have saved us all of this weirdness, awkwardness, me spending time to get ready, and you having to drive all the way over here to waste gas to like come get me and then preparing to take me out to dinner. So that's it. That's all. Okay. I hope everybody got it all cleared up. If y'all have questions, comments, concerns, feel free to get in the comment section if you'd like. But yeah, I just thought that I would get that off my chest. Also, good morning. Happy Friday.
Boy, y'all sit your stupid ass down. Who the f you think you is?
Stop it. Get some help.
Now, I disagree, of course, with what she had to say because as much as she want to sit over here and point the finger at him saying, well, that should have been communicated off top. Yeah, but that's on you. Because clearly not everybody is going to be able to tell that you're really a man, obviously. Now, my personal opinion, I could tell, especially when I saw what the rest of her body looked like, or excuse me, his body looked like. I know that always happens whenever I cover this topic, guys. And people get a laugh out of it, but I genuinely be like, that is one of the reasons why I typically like don't dip into this topic too often, man. Thank God. But in this situation, yeah, it's because sometimes it comes down to a matter of life or death, and don't nobody want that, all right? But again, I gotta disagree because obviously everybody can't tell. So yeah, it really does come down to you being forthcoming, and I do gotta put some of the blame on him because he did say they were texting for a week, and he had an inkling. But I'm thinking to myself, like, bro, you should have. Bro, you should have got that inkling out of your system right off the bat, so that way you didn't waste your time getting into that situation in the first place. But in my personal opinion, I can tell, man, just based off of what I'm about to show you guys.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
What the hell is even that?
Hey, wait a minute, what the hell? What is that?
Wait a minute! Who are you?
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
What the hell was that?
Well, I tell you this much: if y'all gonna be making jokes about guys going to Thailand and lady boys and shit, I'm gonna let you know right now. If a man in the United States can get fooled by that, yeah, don't even bother going to Thailand because those lady boys over there look way more like girls in comparison to what I just showed you. I don't know how the hell he couldn't see that. I'm like, damn, all that muscle, like you flat chested as hell. I'm like, hell, shit, I think I got bigger too. I'm sorry, bro, but I gotta put I gotta put some of the accountability on the man on that one because you ain't had no business not being able to tell, bro. Ooh wee. Anyway, she made another video because, as always, somebody just had to validate her whole story and validate. I notice I said her again. Validate his victimhood. Check this out.
Okay, so there was a creator named Dominique Morgan who stitched my video and made a response to this. And I first want to thank Miss Girl for the compliments, but also just for providing perspective for all of you weirdos in my comments. In her video, she explained, she can understand where people are saying, oh, this trans girl, should have been more forward about who they are. But then goes on to recognize that I do not identify as a trans woman. I'm just a feminine gay man. And feminine gay men do not feel the need to come out or be forthcoming about them being a gay man because they're a gay man. She further proves the point where most people do not see feminine gay men as passable. And passability is also a separate conversation, but we're not talking about that right now. A lot of the times people see feminine gay men who wear makeup and do hair and have nails and wear skirts and dresses and dress more feminine, that they look like everyday men. I am an anomaly. I just so happen to be somewhat passable as a woman, or, I guess prettier than most women and take care of myself a little bit better. I don't know. But what I love about that is the fact that she outlines exactly my point. Everyone wants to say, well, you should have told him and you should have been more forthcoming and you should have done this and you should have done that. At the end of the day, I'm just a gay man. That's it. That's all. To me, my brain, there's no need for me to come out and be more forthcoming because I don't identify as a woman. I don't identify as a trans woman. And that's the thing that a lot of people are not recognizing within this whole dialogue and discourse that's happening in the comments right now. It's actually really exhausting. And it's also kind of funny because at the end of the day, a lot of you guys are not actually listening to what I'm saying. Everyone's taking one glimpse of something that I'm saying and running with it, but you guys clearly aren't watching the entire video watch the video in its entirety rather. My friends have told me I should just leave the comments alone and not talk about this anymore, but this is the last time I'm going to address it. Okay. I just really, y'all can fight in the comments all you want to, say what you want to say. I know who I am as a person. My friends know me. My family knows me as a person. I don't need the outside validation from strangers on the internet who are quite literally just getting a glimpse and a blip of my life that I'm deciding to share and be vulnerable with all of you. And the girlies that get it, y'all get it. And I appreciate y'all. And if you don't get it, then that's on you. That's not my business. That has everything to do with you. If you feel pressed, girl, hop on a picnic basket and be the pressed panini that you are, babe. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, if you guys want further clarification, I urge you guys to go watch Dominique Morgan's video. I reposted it. I wish I could put it in the comments somewhere, but she really does outline it perfectly. And I think a lot of y'all need to be educated if y'all decide to take the education. So anyway, that's it. That's all. I just wanted to just stress it one last time, say what I need to say and leave it. But either way, I love y'all, even if y'all hate me, and it is what it is. Y'all be blessed. Be easy.
May not be a real woman, but certainly knows how to dodge accountability like one. Y'all let me know what you thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because that helps with the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also look out for the travel vlog channel as well as the live show channel. Both links are in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.
you.